2 men away. This brings up Harry Walker, a timely hitter during the series. Slaughter is off at the pitch. Walker swings and lines a double to left center. Slaughter kept on going, rounding third base at full speed, scoring all the way from first, when the relay throw from Johnny Pesky reached home too late for a play on Slaughter. This important run put the Cardinals out in front by a score of 4-3.
Hello again, this is Mike and I'm the Sports History Collector. Today we're going to talk about the 1946 World Series, specifically Enos Slaughter's Mad Dash home. The 46 World Series was against the heavily favored Red Sox against the St. Louis Cardinals. The games were tied up 3-3 going into the seventh and final game. The Cardinals had a lead 3-1 going into the top of the eighth when Dom DiMaggio, Joe's little brother and fine center fielder, doubled home two tying runs. Unfortunately, Dom hurt his leg sliding into the second and was forced to be taken out for backup center fielder Leon Culberson. No more runs were scored, so bottom of the eighth, Enos Slaughter comes up and he singles. Next two batters make outs, 2 outs, and Slaughter on first with Harry Walker coming up. Now we'll backtrack a little bit here. One of the previous games that the Cardinals lost, I believe it was game 1, Slaughter had made his way to third and was going to try to score, and third base coach Mike Gonzalez held him up. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, the relay was bobbled and Slaughter could have scored. So Slaughter went to the dugout and talked to first-year manager Eddie Dyer and said, "Hey, I could have scored on that play." And to his credit, Dyer said, "If that kind of thing comes up again, you do what you got to do. I'll take the heat for you. I'll take the blame." So knowing that in his head, they called the hit and run, ninth inning, bottom of the eighth. They called the hit and run with the 2 outs, and Slaughter's off with the pitch. Harry Walker lines a long single to center field to the now replaced Leon Culberson. Now, Dom DiMaggio, when he was out there, he was a fine outfielder and he had a very strong arm. Culberson was an average outfielder with a minus below average arm. So, and he was playing deep. So the ball gets out to him. Slaughter gets to third as the ball is coming in, but it's not coming in very strong. And he just does not stop. He just keeps going, just like he said he wanted to. And the relay comes into Johnny Pesky, the shortstop, who's got his back to the play. Now, when he went out to get the ball, he knew where Slaughter was, so he figured he was going to stop. So he kind of turned the opposite way that you normally would turn to take a look at Walker, see if he was going to go to second. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees Slaughter dashing for home. Pesky double clutches and makes a fairly weak throw to Roy Partee, the catcher. It's up the line. Slaughter scores the run. They take a 4-3 lead. Ninth inning, although the Red Sox make some noise, they do not score any runs. The Cardinals win the World Series. In 1999, the Sporting News rated that play number 10 in the 25 most important moments in baseball. Now here we've got, I'm going to show these, and then I'm going to have to turn the camera around to show you the main feature here. But we've got a ball signed by Enos Slaughter. We've got a ball signed by Al Barlick. He was the umpire at home plate and also a Hall of Famer. And actually the card here is a 1951 Bowman of Enos Slaughter that is signed in really nice dark blue pen. That is one I just picked up, and the colors on this card are just beautiful. Hopefully when I do the stills, you'll be able to see it, but it's in really great condition. The blues and the reds on the hat and the cardinal insignia and the piping, they just really are really vivid. and it's also centered pretty darn well. I'm really happy with this card. It actually jumped ahead of a couple other cards that I was going to get. But there are certain cards that just speak to you, and this one just really did. I am finding that the 51, 52, and the 53 Bowman cards, there are just some real beauties in that set, and I think this is one of them. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit so that you can also see I've got a matted and framed picture and ticket to go along with the game. Okay, now that we have it turned around here, you can see that I have a framed and matted 8x10 photo of Enos Slaughter sliding in at home. The inscription is from both Enos Slaughter, who's sliding, and Marty Marion, who was the on-deck batter. And Marty Marion signed it, Marty Marion, MVP 1944, 1946 World Series champs. And then, of course, Enos Slaughter just signed Enos Slaughter. These photos are pretty readily available still. You can find them sometimes with just Enos Slaughter signatures, sometimes like this. Originally, I was looking to see if we could get all 4 signatures. I've seen a couple of them. They get kind of pricey when all 4 are signed. Al Barlick and Roy Partee, the catcher. But I was pretty happy with this, considering that Marty Marion had the extra inscription on it as well. Below that is the Game 7 ticket stub from the game. I liked how this came out with the red on the inside and the kind of beige parchment-like matting. So it kind of didn't. It kind of blended in a little bit with the ticket. Ticket is a little more beige as opposed to white. So that was Enos Slaughter's Mad Dash home in the 1946 World Series. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Summer fields, 65